COVID cases in this country passing the 4 million mark, adding 1 million in just the past 15 days, and hospitalizations near a new peak. Let's get to Meg Terrell for all the latest. Hey, Meg.
Hey, Carl. Well, new cases in the U.S. around 70,000 again yesterday, staying at this sort of new plateau. Hospitalizations approaching that peak that we saw in the spring, and deaths also increasing another day with more than 1,000 new deaths yesterday. Per capita, new cases in terms of the states adding the most, still Florida, Texas, California, Arizona, but also a number of other states, more than 400 cases per million people yesterday, Nevada, Louisiana, Alabama, and Georgia. And this, guys, as we're seeing testing turnaround times getting longer in these places, as long as 2 weeks for some Quest Diagnostics customers. With that in mind, I wanted to try out a different kind of testing, and I tried an at-home test collection kit using the Rutgers saliva test from a company called Vault Health. And here's my experience. Check it out. I ordered the test kit on a Wednesday afternoon, answering a few questions about any symptoms and potential exposure to COVID-19. The test kit arrived by UPS the next morning. The next step was to collect the sample. Vault requires a medical professional supervised through a Zoom call. Hello. I was surprised to be able to see someone right away when I clicked into the website. She guided me through opening the kit and spitting in the tube. It's not complicated, but it's more than you'd expect, so it can take a few minutes. You then package the sample back up, wipe down the shipping materials, and drop it back off at UPS or FedEx. I got a notification my sample arrived by the next day. Vault says its turnaround time for results is then 48 to 72 hours.
Anything after that, I really would worry about people taking tests and believing that the test they took is worth anything when the results come.
Sure enough, 2 days later, I got an email saying my results were in.
Negative.
And guys, this is not the only company providing at-home test collection. The FDA has authorized about a dozen companies to provide this service. And important to note, this is just home collection. This is not yet that sort of holy grail of actually being able to perform the test at home, sort of like a pregnancy test. That is the hoped for next wave. Guys?
Hey, Meg, it's David. Yeah, I mean, I guess the key question here is accuracy. Also on these instant tests, or I should say the rapid tests as well. I mean, Major League Baseball dealing with this. Juan Soto, I think, negative for those, but positive, in a different test, the one that is more conclusive. What about how much we can actually believe when we get the results?
It's the question, of course. For this test, this is the Rutgers test that got emergency use authorization a few months ago. The company says that they have perhaps a false negative rate of around 10%, which they say is better than other PCR diagnostics tests. As you point out, those point of care tests, the ones that are done with the Abbott machines or the antigen tests, they do tend to have a higher false negative rate. So it's recommended if somebody has symptoms to be retested if you get a negative with a PCR, another kind of PCR test. But of course, all of these, that is the main question.